Hey, Corey, how you doing, buddy? Just getting things set up here a little bit. Pin message. Okay. Got it. All right. Hey, Justin, how are you doing? Corey beat you. Yeah, it's Sunday evening and we're just kind of hanging. And I just thought I'd come on because you just don't know, who's out there looking for some place to go and maybe do a little chit chat. I usually go on after those guys. They had their show going tonight, and they just signed off about 5 minutes ago or so. So Justin, I hope everything's well with you, and Corey, I hope things are going good. Now, are your kids off now until after the first of the year, Corey, or do they still go to school for a couple of days this week? I know some places they do, and some places they do not. The here comes Mr. Dave Ennis right here, right now.
Hi,
Hey, Dave, how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
That's good. That's really good. Everybody's been asking about you, Dave. And I know Lynn was asking. Have I heard from Dave? She was concerned. And so, yeah, we're glad.
Yeah,
I know you've got some issues going, right?
yeah, I got my 85-year-old father in intensive care.
Oh,
So been kind of trying to be there for my mom.
sure. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope that that you know
Oh yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, he's 85.
yes. Yeah, 85. I understand it. We don't live forever, do we?
Nope, we don't. We don't. But let's get on with happier things.
Yes. Yep. Exactly, Dave. I went and did a couple of ships today, and the ship I did tonight, I just posted it. Turned out really well. I think I posted it. No, I didn't post it yet. I just finished it up. Now I have to upload it. Okay. But it turned out really well, I think. It was, the sun was just right and everything was just really good.
Good. Good. How's the weather been up there?
Well, the weather's been chilly, but sunny. So it's acceptable, but it's just a little bit colder than I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 20 degrees here this morning or less.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll show you a little bit of a clip of the I'm going to turn the volume down. Okay. I'll give you guys a little preview. If you'd like, Dave, if you don't want to.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let me know when you can see it, Dave, and I'll start it.
Okay.
Indiana Harbor downbound. But as you can see, the colors turned out really well. It was right at sunset. The reason you can tell
Yeah.
it's sunset, Dave, you see the shadows here of the uprights of the bridge coming across.
That's amazing.
Of course, the snow on shore.
Yeah.
It runs about 3 minutes, and I don't want to bore everybody, so that's why I'm kind of speeding through it.
Oh, no, it's beautiful.
Here's the pan across the bow. So what'd you think, Dave?
I thought that was great. That was really nice.
Yeah, I think it turned out really well.
It's kind of a nice end of an evening.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it just in time because it was starting to get dark and sun was just setting, and it was a clear setting sun pretty much. There's a few wispy clouds up, but not so that it was blocking. Drone shots, how you doing, drone shots?
Hey,
Justin said he'll join us in a couple of minutes, Dave.
okay. How's Lynn been?
Well, she's got her ups and downs going. Little
Okay.
Llama Laura, how you doing, my dear? I know it's getting late over there. You're off to
Hey,
bed,
Laura.
my dear. Yep.
Hope you had a good day, Laura.
Yep. She's been doing a show every day in the afternoon, Dave.
Yeah, I saw today's. I just was on the phone.
Yeah, I wasn't able to jump on today because I was doing a couple of ships, so. Well, Laura, you get a good night's sleep, and we'll see you again soon. And thanks for coming in, everybody.
Yeah.
Please hit that like button if you would. Like I say, I debated whether or not to come on tonight, but I have been going on Sunday evenings, and everybody seems to enjoy coming and chit chatting for a little while, even if it's for an hour or two. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gives everybody some place to go, right, Dave?
Yep.
Well, Paul
Yeah, I
Hodges,
need somewhere to go today.
yeah, Paul Hodges had to go and take some clothes and wheelchair over to the hospital so that they could transfer his wife back to the assisted living facility.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if he's gonna pop on or not. I usually on the weekends, he pops in and sees some of his friends, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Laura did 2 shows today. Good for you, Laura.
I saw that.
Sorry about the sore throat. Honey and lemon, I guess that's what the remedy is for sore throat, scratchy throat, sore throat. Somebody says you gargle with salt water. Now, I remember doing that and it did work. Take a glass with warm water, put a whole bunch of salt in it and gargle with it, and it did help. Hanging with JD, how you doing?
Hey, hanging with JD. How are you, man?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, that the Mavic Air 2S has just been a stellar aircraft. I feel guilty for not flying the Mavic 2 Pro anymore, but it just works so well and does everything I want it to do. Plus, what it has over top of the Mavic 2 Pro is it has the zoom and all those other capabilities that are not built into the other one, you know?
Yeah. Well, you got to keep moving with technology.
Oh, Laura went out to check out some Christmas lights before she's going to go to bed. Now she's going to catch you all soon, Laura. Okay, sounds great. Phantom Hodges, hi, Paul. He's at the hospital tonight with Bonnie right now. She's
Hi, Paul.
doing a lot better, he says, but the white blood count is up a bit, so they haven't released her yet. So she's still at the hospital with it. White blood cells usually indicates an infection of some kind.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Justin.
Hey, Justin. Justin got a new computer there, Dave.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. His sister got him a new computer.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. There. Can you hear me okay?
JD said he took his new Mini 2 out for his first flight today, and he forgot to put an SD card in it. That'll happen.
Yeah.
You're not the first one that's happened to. Even seasoned pilots, sometimes they get in a hurry and they don't check to make sure the SD card. That's why, every time I take the SD card out and download, I immediately then format it and put it back in the drone and then put it back where I get ready to fly.
I've done that with the Mini 2 a couple of times and the Mini 1, but the Air 2, I don't really freak out because I'll just format it and use the 8 gigs.
Yeah, well, and also what it allows you to do is, the Air 2S as well as the Zoom and the Pro on the Mavic 2s all have internal hard drives.
Yeah, I think they should have done 16 gigs of internal on the Air 2.
Yep.
At least 16 instead of 8.
Yeah.
But eight's plenty if you're going out to shoot like a 5 to 10 minute video. You don't need more than that.
Yeah, because most of my ship videos I shoot are like 6 or 7 minutes is all it is.
Because I want to say the Air 2, when you format the memory, I think you get about 30 minutes of video out of it before it fills up.
Yeah,
It's right around because it will count down for you, tell you how much more time you have left before you run out of space.
right.
I want to say it's around 30 minutes roughly, which is, I mean, most people don't go out and fly that long anyway.
Well, and not only that, they don't usually record the entire flight. At least
Mhm.
I don't. You know, like when I'm traveling to or back from a shoot, well, it's in the air. I just turn the camera. I don't record.
Right.
I just use the camera just to observe. You know.
So I was gonna go get a USB splitter earlier for my keyboard and all that because my laptop only has 2 USB ports and I needed 3.
Okay.
But then I was like, you know what? I found a really nice little set, wireless set at Walmart for $17. It was a keyboard and mouse.
Oh, there you go.
So it's and I got rid of 2 extra wires on my desk. So I
Yeah.
was like, because the splitter was like $12, I was like, I might as well just get the wireless keyboard and mouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Plus, now I can take it with me if I take my laptop with me somewhere.
Right. That's a good, that's, you got a good deal on that computer too. I mean, yeah, I know it's not brand new top of the line, but it's top of the line enough for what you're doing.
Well, I was looking at all the reviews on it because I went and watched some last night on it, and the latest review I found was from like 8 months ago, so it's not a very old computer.
Yeah.
So it was probably somebody that got one of those stimulus checks, bought it, and then needed the money and went and sold it.
That, or somebody else gave them another computer, you know.
Right.
Jeremy Cox, how you doing? He said hello to us. Yeah, Jeremy, you can't, Dave is on the panel, but you can't see him. He's the black box over there.
But I usually don't like going to pawn shops anyway, because honestly, they'll try to sell the items for like $20-$30 cheaper than just buying it brand new.
Right.
Like they'll try to sell it for like the top amount that they can try to get.
Yep.
And then they pay you crap for it too. You know, if it's $100 item, you're gonna be lucky to get $20 for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're gonna sell it for 90, or at least try to sell it for 90. And I raised my camera up a little bit so it didn't look like I was facing straight up. What's up, Jimmy?
Welcome, everybody. If you would, please hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Like I say, my goal on these live streams is just to allow everybody to come in and chit chat and talk about not drones, life, or in general, or any issues that you might have that maybe somebody can help you with, or yeah.
Were you watching Herman and Lawrence's show? I heard you
Yeah, a
said
little
something
bit.
about
Yep.
Yeah, they were talking about that Inspire 3. I said I bet that thing's going to be $10,000 to $12,000
Oh.
because they've been raising the prices on these drones.
Big bucks. Yep, it's going to be big bucks.
Because honestly, I would have expected the Mavic 3 Cine version. I would have expected it to be about $3,000 to $3,500. Because usually when they come out with a new one, it's only, like when they came out with the Air and the Air 2S, or the Air 2 and the Air 2S, they weren't but like $200-$300 apart in price.
Yep.
They always used to keep it a nice little gap, but not too extensive if you wanted to get the newest drone. But now it seems like they're just like widening that gap like crazy.
Well, here's what the problem is. There's some people want to buy it no matter what it costs. And as long as they can cultivate those people, they're not going to worry about the price. They're just going to pass it on. It's like the when they came out with the Inspire 2s, they were a big jump.
Honestly, I think DJI's better bet is to focus on what they have out now, let that simmer for another year or so, try to, get all that stuff straight, work on the Fly app some more, and then start releasing some new drones.
Right.
But now they seem to be doing like the damn cell phone industry now. It's like every 6 months they want to release the next, the Mini 3, and then 6 months later they want to release the Mini 4, and then it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah. The rush to saturate the market just to try and squeeze. And that's the other thing too, DJI and most of these companies rely on Chinese industry, for parts and everything. Why are they trying to squeeze each other? They're still getting the money, I don't get it.
I find it hilarious when you see these knockoffs on Wish, and it's a Chinese company ripping off another Chinese company. Like, it's like, oh, sweet karma right there. But they have no respect for, as far as like, patents and all that stuff. They don't care about any of that stuff. Because there's like, it's like the Apple stores that are over there. There's full on Apple stores that
Yeah.
aren't even owned by Apple. They're just knockoff stores selling knockoff Apple products. And China just allows it. They're just, they look like a legit Apple store, but they're not.
Yeah.
You'd never get away with that shit over here. They have a cease and desist order at your front door the next day, suing you into the ground.
Yeah, live cams on the water are really good. They're talking there. Danzer is he lives up in Rogers City, I think, which is the middle of the mitten up here. He's not right on the water, so he's got to. If he wants to get any ship traffic or whatever, he's going to have to drive to do it. But the ship cams like Streamtime Live and Boat Nerd, and there's a whole bunch. You can just put up wherever you want to see a live cam, just type it in and put live cam, and 9 times out of 10 you'll find one.
What's up, AZ?
Hey Z, how you doing, my friend? Welcome.
Hey.
Yep. I enjoy doing the ship videos, although I'll do special event videos too, but my specialty, as I would say, is ship videos. But I'm also very lucky to be sitting, a mile or two away from one of the busiest ship traffic areas there is, and on the Great Lakes, because it's all fresh water, and they're headed for Chicago or up to Duluth or all different kinds of areas, picking up anywhere from grain to machine products to whatever,
Right. Yeah, those notifications are annoying. Turn those off.
Yep, Gaylord, Michigan. That's right up in the middle there, just north of Grayling, isn't it?
I'm really curious about that DJI FPV Mini. That's what I want to see.
The what?
That's what the FPV, if they do an FPV Mini that everybody keeps talking about.
Yeah,
that's
they're
what I
talking
wanna
about
see.
that, aren't they? Yeah.
Because that should be in the $500 to $600 range if it's a mini version.
Well, Jeremy, thank you. I try to share my ship videos to everybody around the world. I get comments, private comments from people, Japan, over in Europe, Australia, pretty much around the world, because, and the number one question most people that don't know is that the Great Lakes is fresh water, and they want to know if we dye the water blue. No.
That'd be a lot of dye.
fresh water reflects whatever the sky is. So if you have blue skies, the water is going to be really blue. If it's a cloudy, nasty, then it's going to be more of a gray colored water, but it's still the same water.
I think
And-
it's. Oh, go ahead.
And that water is moving down through here, going out towards the ocean eventually, hundreds of miles away, is doing about 7 or 8 knots going south. All that water's got to flush out to the ocean.
I think it's really cool that you're able to do that because I just wouldn't think they would allow people to fly in that area, but it's cool that they let you.
Well, the thing of it is I've been doing it so long, Justin. I've done aerial seminars for border protection, you know, showing them how they work and what to expect and whatever. And now, but see, they don't really have their own. They'd like to have their own, but you've
Mhm.
got the U.S. Coast Guard helicopters and everything flying, and you got Border Patrol flying helicopters. They've got a base out at the St. Clair County Airport, just southwest of Port Huron. And so they have their own real birds.
All right.
So drones are not high on their priority list.
Yeah.
Honestly, those would be better off down in the southern border anyway, because you get in that flat terrain of the desert, you can fly out for miles and
Yep.
kind of peek around.
Yeah, especially, some of those guys set those tripods up with the range extenders on them, and they
Mhm.
get a lot more range. Even though,
Like,
literally the FAA has not cracked down on that, but it's written that you're supposed to always stay in line of sight.
I mean, if like another federal agency's doing it, they're probably not going to say anything.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the military, the FAA technically runs the airspace, but if the military wants to do something, they're going to do it. Ain't no FAA agent going to come knock on their door and tell them they can't fly their F-18 wherever they want to.
Well, Danzer, what you might want to do is you might want to join, like there's some different organizations, like Boat Nerds is another one, or Streamtime Live is another one. They have groups and organizations, and there's other ones around up and down the Great Lakes, especially with the freighters. And what they'll do is they'll have like raffles for passage on one of the bigger ships. Like the Paul R. Tregurtha, I had a guy I knew that I went to school with. He ended up with tickets on the Tregurtha because they have staterooms, really nice luxury staterooms on board, and he won passage on it. And he got a hold of me, and I went down and flew as they were going through under the bridge, and they were out there waving.
So you're talking like cruise ships and stuff. You get those through there?
We get a few. We used to get them, but not since COVID. But yes, there are cute cruise ships. But the big lines, in other words, like the bigger shipping lines, those big freighters, they have that great big pilot house and then rooms and stuff in the back.
Mm-hmm.
If you go and look at them, you'll see that there's sliding glass doors and staterooms back there. And they actually have crew members that act just like crew members on a cruise ship. And they use it mostly, they don't allow the general public, but it's like the big wigs and whatever else, they'll use those for that.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen your videos of the cruise ship. It's always the cargo ships.
Yeah, I've got what they were doing is in the summertime, they were bringing the cruise ships up from down to the Caribbean, the smaller ones that would fit through the locks.
Right.
And they would have cruises. They were nice ships, but you know what they would charge for like a 5-day cruise on there was $7,000 to $10,000 a person.
Oh, Jesus.
So it wasn't the common man that's on those cruise boats.
That's like the Disney cruises, man. They are outrageously expensive too.
Yeah, Lenny priced how much it cost to go on the cruise, and I'm sure she said it was like $7,000 or $8,000 a person.
Yeah, I don't see how the average person can afford that. You'd have to save up the average like pay that people make and everything. I would see that somebody would have to save up for a year or two before they could go on one of
Yeah,
those.
oh, definitely, yep.
I don't think I could justify spending that much on a vacation. Like, yeah, cruise is cool and everything, but dude, I could do a lot more stuff with $7,000, $8,000. I could find something. I don't know. I could just use that money in a better way, I think. I mean, that's about how much it was for family passes when I checked into it for me, my wife, and my 3 kids for Disney for season passes. I want to say it was about $8,000 to $10,000 for a family of season passes.
Yeah,
That was for Disney World. But sometimes I'll see these people driving these really like hoopty vehicles, just beaters, and they'll have a sticker on their back saying, "I'm a pass holder." I'm like, how'd you afford that? Oh, well, I see what you're driving.
yep, yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know how the hell you afforded that, but okay. You'll be driving like a 1992 Honda Accord with a pass holder on the back of their car.
Yep. I'm looking through my files now to see if I can't find a cruise boat.
Well, if I went on one, I would definitely want to go on a long one, though not like a 2 or 3 day. I'd want like one of those 6 day, 7 night ones, or 7 days, 6 nights, whatever they are.
Yeah, what they were doing is they would load like down in down around Cleveland or those kinds of places or along the water there, and they'd cruise on up through here, and they'd stop at a couple of ports of call, but ever since COVID, it hasn't been any of that going on.
Like, I got a friend that works at Walmart, and her husband, she's from England and he's from the US, and he met her in England when he was stationed there, and he was in the military for like 30 some years, retired. She's been with Walmart for 30 some years and is about to retire, and they go and they have no kids or anything. And they go on cruises. I swear every month they're on a different cruise. They go to some really cool places. But they actually know the guy that's like the head CEO or something of Carnival Cruises. Like, they've had dinner with him multiple times because they go on so many cruises. He actually came and met them and did a whole thing with them.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of rich people that have yachts too that are like miniature cruise boats. And they are really something to see. Here, I'll show you. This one's called Scout. And the rich guy that owns it, he, well, I'll let you, I'm going to play it, okay? See, that's a gold dog. And this yacht is named after his dog, Scout.
Is it solid gold?
It's solid gold, and it's got staterooms and it's out of the Bahamas, and that was upbound going up into the lake.
And where's the ship docked at?
Down in the Bahamas. So they just happened to come up here.
I just want a chunk off that dog. Just give me the tail or something. I'm not greedy. Just give me an ear or a piece of the tail.
And it has a crew of 15 people on board.
That is crazy. Have you ever seen the one that it's called the Starship, I think? It's like a $1 billion one that I think some Middle Eastern guy owns. It's called Starship, I think. That thing is insanely. It's got 3 huge masts on it. It's all black, and it like sits at the water level, top of the boat. But it's really cool looking. It's got 3 huge masts on it, and I think it's called Starlink or Starship or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them around.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think it's considered like one of the top 2 or 3 most expensive yachts. I was watching a YouTube video on it not too long ago, but that thing was insane. Had like 20 rooms in it, had a whole servants' quarters,
Right.
had a crew of like 40 or 50 people. Could you imagine spending, 500 million or $1 billion on a damn boat? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, the problem, well, that Scout there is $300 million. Um, Jeremy asked, he said he heard something about Viking Cruise was gonna, the problem they have is until they expand the lock system for bigger ships, they can't get the big cruise ships up into the lakes.
I want to see if I can find that one on YouTube and share it real quick. It's called Starship, I think it's called. It's this one here. No, that's not it. I'm gonna look for a couple minutes to see if I can find it, because that boat was extremely huge. Let's try this. Oh yeah, here it is. Where's it at? Yeah. This is it right here. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, let me get through this ad real quick. And I'll share it. Do you see that?
Are you sharing?
Yeah, do you see that?
Oh, yeah, yep.
That
Here
thing
it
is immaculate right there. See how big those
Yep.
and I think this one, because this is a billionaire that owns this one. I want to say it was called the Black Pearl. Okay. I want to say it was like 800 or
Yeah,
800 million or something
quite a
like that.
ship.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I want to say that one was around 800 million to $1 billion. So that ship, that because that one's probably 3 times the size of the one you just showed. I mean, you could see how big those masts were. Those things were huge.
Yep, exactly.
Because I think it has. I'm assuming it has the ability to do old school sailing
Yeah,
without having to have the motors and all that. Solid gold. That's a status symbol right there. That's flexing.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine anything more relaxing than being on a yacht in the middle of the Caribbeans or something, just chilling, having a drink or something out on your private deck.
Yeah.
Although I'd be a little nervous being on a boat that expensive too, because I mean I don't know how like I know there's like Somali pirates over in that part of the world, but I don't know if there's like people running around in the Caribbeans or anything doing stuff like that. I'd feel like that'd be a big target on the front of that boat.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he's got a couple of armed security guards on that boat at all times.
Yeah, it'd make you wonder, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, because that's the type of item that you would see, like, you know, you'd end up seeing a news story on professional thieves steal solid gold dog in the middle of the night and
Yep.
never figure out who did it.
Well, I would imagine they carry guns on that boat, but who knows? But it's bolted down pretty good because it just is, you know.
Right. That's got to be heavy too. Because that was a pretty good sized dog.
Yeah.
I can almost bet the hull where it's bolted down is probably has to be reinforced in that area.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it was mounted. He had that ship built over in Europe someplace, and you can go and see the story of them building that ship.
I mean, think about it too. You got a ship like that, and something like, you know, when Corona hit, you could just get on your ship and go sit out in the middle of the ocean for 6 months.
Yep.
Come in, get a little bit of supplies, go right back out there. Just stay away from all that drama. Who's Team Denzer? The Danes?
Yeah, he's the one that lives up in northern Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I'm still looking for one of the cruise ships.
Oh, you're trying to see if one's coming up that way?
No, I'm looking to find the ones that I've shot.
Okay.
Problem is, I have 1,500 videos on YouTube, so it takes a while.
Oh, you're going through all your videos trying to find. I thought you were on that live feed thing where you could track the ships.
Well, yeah, but there's none in the lakes. They're not here. They haven't been here in a couple of years. So I have to go back through.
Isn't that crazy when you go back and watch some of your old videos and see how you progressed over time?
Okay, here's one. It was called the Hamburg, and
What's up, Fly in the Stand?
La Champlain is a really nice one too, but these are about the size of the cruise ships. I'll show you the Hamburg first. Stop screen share. Okay. Here we go. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna play it. That was 2019, so that's like 2 years ago.
You know, I saw somebody on YouTube take one of those, the rescue boats, the big orange boats on the side there. And they actually turned it into like a little motorhome on the water. They
Yeah,
did a really good job with it. They're actually very roomy
there's
inside.
the stern with some of the
Oh yeah.
staterooms all in here.
It must have been empty because I don't see anybody.
Well, it was dinner time.
Oh, okay. Now I see some people.
There's people
Okay.
up here.
There we go. I was trying to look through the windows to see if I could see anybody, and I couldn't at first. Now I can. But I actually wouldn't mind getting one of those little rescue boats and like converting it into a little,
You can buy those.
yeah. Because the one I saw, man, the people put a bedroom in it, had a full bathroom, a full kitchen. They did a
There's
really
some
good job on it.
Standing there, there's some people there. Then I kind of, this was before I had Zoom capabilities, I think. I don't think I zoomed unless it was with the X3 camera. I'm on the Inspire.
Trying to see if anybody's noticed any. Waiting for that, see somebody pointing at you.
Yeah. But that was September the 21st, so that wasn't during peak summer.
How far away from you are? Because you look like you zoomed in pretty good.
I'm out in the lake a little bit.
And not a lot of deck space on that ship.
Here's another one right here. Oop. This is La Champlain.
Ooh, I like that color scheme they went with. That's
It's
a
a
nice
French-
looking boat.
That's a French cruise line. Ponac.
Yeah, I like the color that they did on that. It looks nice. Yeah, I don't see a Disney cruise liner going under that bridge.
Standing there, there's people standing there, there's people up here. Here's somebody. See, their staterooms are right off there. So they're standing out in front of their staterooms.
Yeah, those big gigantic cruise ships definitely wouldn't be able to go under that bridge. It didn't look like there was that much room for that to go under.
It's only 200 feet, I think. Which is like a 20-story building, but you know,
Right.
that's not a lot of room. Here's a open-ended water pool here.
Oh, it's got to be some strong glass right there.
Yep. There's
How
people
much?
in the lounge chairs there. And as you can see, when this was going through, it wasn't the nicest of weather. It was kind of gray, cloudy, a little bit hazy. But see, there's people down here at the tables and people leaning here, there, there's people taking pictures of the Blue Water Bridge. But they're in their rooms along here and they're sitting just outside. They got sliding wall glass doors.
There's a huge rescue boat on the side of that thing.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, 400 feet long. There's people up there.
Oh yeah, it looked like that one guy just waved at you.
Yep. They're pointing and everything else. Yep. See, look at it, somebody peeking around. The guy says, "Hey, look out here." No, he's standing up against the door wall. His wife's sitting down. But they're mostly, they're not young people. Middle-aged and older, you know. Right down there, they were watching.
I was sitting there trying to move my mouse on the screen. It was yours. I was like, what the hell's wrong with my mouse? What was it moving?
But there was 2 or 3 more of them that I did with nicer weather. One of the things that is real popular here, if you're interested, I'll stop sharing this stuff, but if you're interested, what I can do is I can show you, let me show you this. Screen share, let's go here, share. Okay, this is what you call float down. They come from all over Michigan. One day every year, they actually close down the river, and you can get in and float down because the current's 7 knots. People are coming from everywhere.
There's a lot of people.
Well, there's a lot of them already in the water. They got all different kinds of floaties and different things. They got swans. There they are coming down. They're floating down the water.
So normally that waterway is just for boats. You can't get in there or anything.
Well, yeah, you would because what they do is they hold up all the ship traffic and they actually have patrol boats down there keeping everybody off of the water with. In fact, you might see, I don't know.
That's
But,
a big group right there.
There's one group, yep.
They're all just holding on to each other.
And of course, it's a big drinking fest. And all the kayakers. And then sometimes they come up with the big masted ships.
Talking about like the old school looking ones.
The tall masters.
Yeah.
Um,
That looks like fun going down there on the with all the, oh yeah, that's a nice one right there.
yep.
And I was watching some videos on the one that the U.S. Navy still has commissioned.
Uh-huh.
And man, there are so many ropes going everywhere. Like it's a skill to run one of those, to like know how to do the sails and everything.
Yep.
It's not an easy thing to do.
A lot of people on board going for a cruise.
Oh, yeah, that boat is loaded down with people in it.
Yes, it is. They all have life jackets. These guys are working the sails.
So I'm saying that takes some skill right there to learn all that, because there's a lot of technical terms you have to learn
Yep.
that mean different things.
Daddy.
Here's another one. This is one of the nicer cruise boats. I'm going to start it over again so that I can screen share. There you go. That's called the Pearl Mist.
Well, that's a nice one.
As you can see, the staterooms all are cordoned off here. And
I'm assuming the rooms get cheaper as you the farther you go down.
I don't know, but this is the one that Lynn went and checked the pricing on, and it was like around, I want to say it was like around $7,000 or $8,000 a head.
It's a lot.
And these ships are based out of the Bahamas, so that in the winter time, you can book on these cruises down there. They'll go port to port. But that's a nice looking.
Yeah, it is.
And I understand, I could be wrong, but somewhere in the middle inside, there is a pool, a lap pool or something.
Oh, like an indoor type pool.
Yeah,
Some of those big cruise lines, man, I would love to get some photo or some video of the big ones down by Orlando.
well, some guys do fly those. They follow them out into the ocean and fly around them.
Yeah, they got those. They're the ones like the Disney cruise lines and stuff. Those things are getting so massive.
They're so huge, yeah.
Like that one that Disney has, and it has the grand like amphitheater on the back end of it.
Yeah.
That thing is so big. Jeremy said the ship you're talking about is the USCG Eagle.
Okay, yep. But yeah, there's all kinds of things. I guess what bothers me is everybody that lives in my town, they just ignore the water because they're so used to it. It's like anything else,
Right.
you know, they'll just drive past it. They're not even look. They don't even look. But people will drive for hundreds of miles to come here and stare at the water.
Well, it's like, you'll hear a lot of drone pilots be like, they'll see like your area and they'll be like, oh, there's so many cool places to take video there, when there's a lot of cool places where they live.
Yep.
They just don't notice them because they've been around them so much that it's not a wow factor for them anymore.
Yep, exactly. Dave, are you still with us, buddy?
I thought I heard him snoring a minute ago.
You might be.
I think he passed out.
He doesn't get a regular sleep at all. Oh, Jeremy says that Coast Guard, the Eagle, was a war prize from World War II. That's interesting.
Hello. Okay. Well, I'm doing it what yours are.
Well, I don't know if anybody else is going on tonight.
No, you're already back on.
Yeah, Sundays usually there's not anybody.
Just a dead spot. Yep.
What time? What's the date today? 19th, right?
Today is the 19th. Yep.
Why does my clock on my laptop say it's 4:30?
When I get off here, I gotta go finish the other ship video. Well, everybody, we're done. We're glad you're here. Robert Glazer, yep, and Jeremy Cox and everybody, Team Dancer. we'd like to thank you for being here. We've got 18 people watching.
Oh wow, there's that many people watching. So
Yeah.
I can't see how many people are watching on mine because it doesn't show me on the computer. I have to look
Ah.
on my phone. Let's see here. Gmail. Yes. Number is
We're down to 16 now, so it's dropping.
it?
We must be boring people. Well, everyone, I think it's time to call it a day. Dave's got to get some sleep. What are you up to tonight, Justin?
Just gonna watch a TV show with my wife and then
Yeah.
nothing much after that.
Yeah, I gotta take care of that video and get it posted. I try to get it done the same day within a few hours, you know?
Why?
Well, everybody, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And we'll see all of you again next time. And stay out of trouble until then. So we'll see everybody again later.
See you later, Paul.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Justin. Thanks for coming in. And Dave, thanks for coming in your dreams, buddy. Okay.